I know.
That's the only way I know that house.
Mr. Blackwell, can you take roll? Whose license do you have?
Lori Knizzl.
Here.
Denise Brewster.
Here.
Scott Fishel.
Here.
Glenn Grassi.
Here.
John Barnes.
Here.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first on our agenda is the tax budget hearing.
Take it away.
Yeah.
All right, the purpose of this hearing is to review the tax budget for the following fiscal year, which is fiscal year '25. The tax budget provides justification for tax levies to support the operations of the district. The tax budget also provides the county auditor with the other sources of revenue for the following fiscal year. The revenues and expenditures listed in the tax budget for the following fiscal year are from the board-approved 5-year forecast for the general fund and projected revenue for the permanent improvement fund based on historical collections and the county auditor Schedule A. This is the projected spending for the district for the next school year. However, the tax budget does not provide any spending authority. Spending authority is established through the appropriations of the district. The tax budget hearing allows community input prior to the adoption of the budget. Approval of the tax budget will be considered during the organizational meeting to follow. So I have a hard copy for the board. It's also available online in the Word doc system. Pass that around. Did you want me to go through it at all, or just briefly, or as we have 15 minutes?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, so this is an annual exercise that we're required to do each year, and I'll start at the last. It's easier to start at the end and work to the front. So the very last page is the schedule of debt, basically. And we basically give this information to the county auditor's office that lists all of our outstanding debt, which is basically from the construction of Parkside and Riverview, and also the House Bill 264 energy conservation project we did for lighting back in 2015. So we give them the schedule of debt. What that does is the county auditor's office uses that information for the debt levy that we have from that construction, they adjust the village each year, so we only collect enough to make the principal and interest payments on that. So going backwards, there's 3 statements of fund activities, so basically we list out for
Well,
each.
did you want to say what our aggregate debt is, so everyone can just hear that?
Yeah, so the House Bill 264 project right now is outstanding of $429,000, and then the outstanding debt for the elementary school is $36 million.
And Jerry, just to be clear, I'm sorry, Mr. Walker, to be clear, again, we only pay what we need to pay, so
Correct.
that's why the millage goes down, when the payments go down every year, correct?
Yeah,
How we
so
talked about.
that's got, yeah, so the millage gets adjusted each year.
Perfect.
So as our tax values go up, that millage comes down in most cases.
Okay.
So going back to the previous 2 pages have a statement of fund activity, and basically we do this for each fund that collects tax revenues. That's our general fund, the bond retirement fund, and the permanent improvement fund. And so it's not a lot of detail, it just lists out some of our revenue sources, and it just has a single line for expenditures, and then what our expected ending cash balance would be. It's a little funky because you have to estimate where you're going to end the current fiscal year in 6 months and then project next fiscal year. So obviously, things can change as we move on. So those numbers roll forward to the very first page on Schedule A. Schedule B is a list of our tax levies. The county auditor's office will fill that out for us, so that means leave it blank. And on Schedule A is basically those couple numbers for the expected revenue for the first page in the county auditor's office. So it's kind of just an annual exercise. Not a lot of depth goes into this thing. It's more just annual requirement. Because obviously when we go through the 5-year forecast and our annual budget, it's a much more detailed process.
All right, we're good to adjourn. for the first meeting?
Are we allowed to ask questions? Brian Massey, 8196 Rainbow Drive. Mr. Platko, can you tell me for the sectional revaluation, what percentage you used in your estimate for the increase in the market values?
I use the same estimate from when we did our 5-year forecast, so it's 20%. Obviously, we know that we're hearing it's going to be 30 to 35%. You know, there's been legislation out there to change that. Obviously, we have another year to go, so who knows what the state will do, so that's our.
So you used 20%. Now, if the market value does go up 30, 35%, does that mean when House Bill 920 kicks in that the outside millage will hit the 20 mil floor, therefore that outside millage will be treated as inside millage? Have you considered that?
That if we have more than a 20% increase, we'll hit the 20 mil floor. From my projections, obviously.
Okay, so
We still have, you know, that was figuring, we still have this year's valuation that wasn't quite in that number, so it might vary a little bit, but
so you're saying that we will not be at the 20 mil floor?
we will be if we have a 30% increase.
We will be at the 20 mil floor. Therefore, then what you're saying in the projection, you hit that 20 mil floor, we're going to be substantially more, receive more revenue because of that 20 mil floor. Am I correct?
Yes,
Thank you.
Any other comment? Okay, so make a motion to adjourn at 8:07 a.m.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Placco? you call roll?
Lori Knessy.
Aye.
Denise Brewster.
Aye.
Scott Fisher.
Aye.
Linda Grassi. Jennifer Harper.
Aye.
Motion carried. So just to let everybody know, we cannot start the organizational meeting until 8:15.